Right, we are back in the Hot Wheels park in a Ferrari this time. We needed a super GT car of some description. And well, Ferrari, I think it was a DFT, TFD. I think of it as the Ferrari DTF personally. Oop. It seemed to be the best option. Everyone just wants to go so slow through some of these corners, don't they? They're just messing up my lines. Alright. The Hot Wheels tracks really do throw some of the computers through a loop. Literally, in this case, but also figuratively. Oh, and a boost. But, okay. Evasive maneuvers. A boost and then a corner section. Alright. I don't remember this track. This might be a new one. So we're doing the seasonal championship, of course. That was a terrible one. Attempting to win the seasonal championship in order to get the Porsche 911 2019, I believe, which is needed for the PR stunts in the Hot Wheels park. Now, if we go nice and on the inside, there we go, much better. Yeah, I do not remember this track at all. This must be one of the new ones. Which I would need to be doing in an S2 car to actually qualify for the medals, I believe. Or maybe not. It just says win all 5 S2 class races. It doesn't say I have to be in an S2 car. Oh, it is a race to the line though. You've just got the legs on them. On to the next sprint. And at minute 51 on that last race, they really aren't kidding about them being sprint races. I'm sure they feel faster than what you get in the base game. Or I'm just used to racing like C and B classes, because that was most of what the base game challenges were this week. Everyone just brakes so much and just makes an absolute mess of every corner section. So we've got another sprint race here, so we'll see if this one's any longer or if it's similarly quick. This might be a very short video for today. So I only have the championships for Hot Wheels and Badlands, and then just some of the mini challenges, and that's all I've got to do for the rest of the season. So the Badlands ones do tend to be a little bit longer, I think. And you never know how long it might take us to do some of the PR stunts. We'll take a few attempts. Try and go low. Yeah, here we go. That's good. Whoop. Went low, but then went wide. And now we've got an interesting section here. Magnet track. As we go sideways. Oh, then we'll go right end up here, okay. Start braking nice and early. And still nearly wasn't enough. But we take him on the inside. And hopefully, we've got the other third of the track. So just hold it together. Do our loop-the-loop here. No speed boost. So we don't get any encouragement around here. Really hard to tell sometimes where the road is going. You kind of look at the map to get an idea of, oh, okay, what turns are coming up. And it's just spaghetti. Spaghetti on the map. You have no idea what orientation the road is going. Oh, they got very confused, it seems, because they're nowhere in sight. I'll take it. Third and final championship race, and we are starting right in the Nexus. Feels like this would have been the best one to actually start with, but look at the mini-map. See what I mean by spaghetti? Just, it's just blue spaghetti. Overlapping. So I can't even tell which turn is next. You basically just have to go by sight on this. Alright, this half-pipe section seems to really screw up the compute players, yep. Could you get confused out of my way, please? Try and ride the walls just a little bit to get around. There we go. Let's try and get in. Good enough. You really want to get as good a line through here as you can, because the lower you go, the more the track helps you. And around we are. That's always true, but it's especially true on this. Oh, and okay, when do I want to start braking? Thanks for the helping hand, I guess. Cool. Cheers. I think I braked too much, but that really came up quickly. And, well, I'll drive defensively where I have to. Okay, so yeah, you can either take this corner badly, or you can give me a shunt. You can help me around. Don't mind if I do. Overturning on some of these. Oh, and another one. Is this another really, really fast sprint race? It is. Could you not just push the finish line out a little bit more? Wow. Okay. Minute 44. So we have won ourselves the 911 Carrera S from 2019, and we need to use this, or in fact any 2019 911 to do the PR challenges. This speed zone is actually a flume, which should help a little bit. I think we needed like 245 k's an hour or something, so the key point is going to be these corners. But we're managing to keep a pretty high speed throughout, and the flume does help us get back up to speed again when we lose a bit. So there we go, 263. Nice. Feels almost like cheating, to be honest, using the flume stuff, but hey, if you're going to put it there, then I'm going to use it. Thank you very much. This is not a Tunes Carrera S at all, as well. Like, this is stock. I only got 1 star from doing that speed zone. It's one of the S2 speed zones. But we got the seasonal objective anyway, so that's good. Because they didn't make it like I had to stretch too far. Now, what do we got next? Oh, that's right. We only have 1 PR stunt to do with this. That's it. You go through, do 3 races, and you only have 1 PR stunt in each DLC to actually do it. So, great, we've got a new car. We get to use it exactly once for this. And, well, now we move on. Okay, off to the Badlands then, I guess. Right now, in rather stark contrast to the rapid-fire challenges in Hot Wheels Park, we are back in the Badlands, and back in our Scout as well. The International Scout that we were using for the PR stunts in the base game just a couple of days ago. We're now taking for a spin in order to win a Subaru WRX 2004, which I imagine I already have several of. I find it hard to believe I would not already have that. But you never know. Sometimes I am surprised. Alright, and we're in the lead. Excellent. This is just a C-Class race, so we're not going like zooming around here. We are going to be taking our time. It's a lot more leisurely paced. I believe I'm tuned up for going off-road, but still a little bit on the bouncy side. And the brakes are not the greatest, as is normal in a C-Class area. In fact, we probably don't even have off-road tyres per se, because that usually bumps you up a class. Crunch. It is, however, really good for getting skill points. I love dirt races, until I hit a wall a little bit too hard. That is the good thing about cross-country races. I generally dislike them, but they tend not to have barriers, so you can usually get away with running a little bit wider than normal and not lose combo. And now we're in the sand. Beware of sandworms. It's such a weird little desert area inside a crater. I don't know if this makes much geological sense, but they had to put it somewhere, I guess. Do a little bit of dune bashing in the Badlands. Yes, 59% of the way through, and we're already over 2 minutes. Yeah, this is a big difference to the Hot Wheels races that were less than 2 minutes long for 2 of them. Also, it's just a little bit more enjoyable as well, bouncing around in a car like this, gotta say. I would not want to be doing this race in like an S1 or something, Rally Monster, because some of those jumps, you go over the crest and you're just straight into the wall. You got to brake hard before the jump. And where's the fun in that? Round we go. Turning sharply in sand is not the easiest thing. Alright, sharp corner up here. Let's try and do this reasonably well. Running a little bit wide, not too bad. And up to the finish line. Our orange car is now brown. Right, race 2, and once again we're hit with the Badlands experience of the track kind of being a little bit backwards. Because we're starting here in the canyon, and we're finishing at about the same spot as our last race just finished. So it would have been really nice if it started at the other end, and then we could race over here instead, and just kind of continue it on. We cannot corner on normal roads. Thankfully neither can they a lot of the time. I feel, did we do this race last week as well? I feel we might have. Something very similar. I definitely raced through this stretch a lot. There was a finish line around here, that's right. I think it was one of the Apex road races instead. Well, we're doing dirt this time. Well, supposedly. We haven't got to the dirt yet. I think it's after this intersection, and then hopefully we will do a bit better than everyone else. Like, I feel that they have raced away because they are better on the asphalt. Not that we did ourselves any favour with that corner back there. Interesting mint green ute we've got up there. Ah, crunch. I'm just not racing very well today. Certainly not cornering very well. Chicken. I still feel that if we're doing races in the Badlands area, or doing seasonal championship events, or, not races, we should be doing the time trial events, not races. Because that was the whole point, or the whole point of difference at least, of this DLC. Because we had the time trial style of racing, where you had one of the team leaders calling out your rally instructions, like left, mid, right, crest, things like that. I don't know the full root of them. Hard left, crunch, mind of the wall, useful commentary. And that was kind of what made it different. So I don't know why, when it comes to doing the festival playlist stuff, that we're just doing boring old races again. And he corners so much better than I do. I think we're going to have to get a little bit dirty up here. Crunch. Come on. Go into the wall. No. Okay. Well, I am right behind you, and I intend to take your line. Oh, thank you. One of the other guys is just going to come up right in between us both at some point if I keep doing that. But we just need to play a little bit dirty because we are not cornering nearly as well as he is. That was a little bit better. Okay, we just cut this corner here. The checkpoints allow us to cut corners in this DLC, that's for sure. Final race. And is it another sprint or is it a circuit this time? Another sprint, okay. Not a very big one, I feel. I don't know, the finish line is just to the right up here. If we go through this checkpoint, can we either just turn right? No, there is another checkpoint, okay. Well, we don't have to follow the full track line. As demonstrated at the end of the last race, we are encouraged rather to cut corners in some of these races in the Badlands. Even the introductory showcase has a bunch of shortcuts being taken. It sets the example a little bit. But unfortunately there's some barriers stopping us just popping over the hill to pick up on the track on the other side. Trying to pay attention to my corners a little bit. Right, this bit's a bit of a faster section through here. In fact, I think there's even a speed zone to go through here. I guess it's just the way that it works out in terms of the hills and stuff. I'm pretty much following a river valley, I think. That's what it feels like. It feels like a very unwise place to put a road, to be perfectly honest, because this thing would just get washed away in a flood. There we go, around the hairpin. I can't remember if this is my own tune or someone else's. I think this is even my own tune on this vehicle, so I'm kind of pleased that it's doing so well. Don't know what I did to it, but it clearly worked. It's not always the guarantee when you do things yourself. A lot of the time I find myself just downloading tunes from other people because it's a bit more reliable. I think when it comes to dirt racing though, I do tend to get the balance pretty good. It's the road races I tend to suffer a little bit more. Oh, going under the waterfall. Lovely. And through the palm forest. We don't even get slowed down too much by the water. It's got a really good ride height on this. Really have a sort of Jurassic Park paint job. But never mind. And we are done. Event complete. And that should give us, well, 6,000 credits, which is always appreciated. And I believe a Subaru. Yeah, we go. Fancy a Suba-Brew complete. And here we are in said Subaru. We've got to do the speed trap around the other side of the waterfall again. We don't have to go super fast. It's only like 130 k's an hour or something like that. I'm still not sure I'll be able to without tuning this up a little bit. This is stock currently. We might also just need a bit of a run up because, yeah, coming out of the water trap and then going through the speed trap feels like a bit ambitious. 135. Okay, never mind. We just did it. Okay. Sometimes it's just that easy, turns out. Now, we're going to cut across country here. Nope, we can't. There's a... There's a staircase in the way. There is another speed trap that I want to get to. That is just over the hill here, I believe. It's the canyon speed trap. Yeah, over there. Okay. There's a method to my madness if we're quick enough. Because we need to get 1 star at both the one that I just did and the one that I'm going to in less than a minute. Now, has it been more than a minute yet? I feel it might have because of my altercation with the staircase. 175. Well, I haven't seen anything pop up. Yeah, okay. We might have to go do that again. Right, let's try that again, but it will actually track the Accolade this time. And since it's only 1 star, we actually need to get like 75 k's an hour through here, but sure, we'll get another 120 odd k's. So there's the 1 star. Let's actually follow the road a little bit more this time, rather than trying to bust through every fence. Especially since it just let us afoul of a staircase. Now we'll cross country. We do get slowed down an awful lot when we do this. We really should be in like a rally monster or something, not an old Subaru. But I think we're fine now since we haven't collided with anything solid. You know, with just all the destructible things. Yeah, 25 seconds. That's assuming we get 1 star of this, I guess. That's the real question. There we go. Good. 20 seconds remaining. You know what, while we're at it, and since we only need 1 star, so we don't need to go all out on this, let's see if we can do this other one we've got left over. Because we're tidying up some unfinished business. So, yeah, it really isn't the car for this, but... I think we only need to be doing like 80 k's an hour or something through the speed zone in order to get just 1 star. Ooh, that might be tough to do though through here. No, okay, we're back up above our target. And then we've got to get across the map pretty much to get to the next one that we need, the Crateros Secos. So let's do that. Cool. Clock's ticking. Oh, it doesn't give me a navigation line, so we've got to try to remember our way to get there. Well, that's not guaranteed. I think we follow the road for the most part, if nothing else, because that will be the quickest way, more or less. You know what? Never mind. We're in a rally car. As long as we don't crash into anything solid, we should be good, right? Let's cut some corners through here. Especially since that the road goes off to the right, but we do just want to go across here. Oop, okay, water trap. River. So there's a speed trap to our right, another one to our left, and I believe the speed zone is at the other end of the dirt road. That is up here. But I want to actually start from the other end, I think. So we're going to go this way. And just kind of cut this corner here. Get back onto the tarmac here. And then, actually, you know what? We don't want to do that. We're going to go this way. And managed to miss the house. Yeah, I can see the speed zone now. It's the other side of this danger sign. Okay, missed the ute. We don't actually want to do the danger sign, because that'll send us the wrong way, I think. Well, not completely, but we're not going to be set up for speed zone success, coming down off a big jump. Okay, I have no idea what my target speed is for this, so we'll just do what we can, and hope that we manage. But this is really not the vehicle that I should be using for this, I think. I think I should be using one of my like Toyota Baja truck rally monster sort of thing. But hey, we only need to do 1 star. We're over 100 k's now, that's got to be good, right? Right? Hey, there we go. Yep, 1 star. I think I've got 3 stars anyway in all of them. Alright, now we've got to smash all Apex promo boards. Well, I don't know where they all are, so that's a little bit of a problem for me. So I'm not going to hunt all of them down now. That said, there's a bunch of these trucks out there, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's a promo board out here too. If I haven't already got it. But that aside, that is all that we have to do for the DLC championships. So we'll probably head back to Mexico proper and tidy up some of our mini challenges in order to check off the rest of the playlist before the end of the week. Now, where are these boards? Well, while we're in the Subaru, apparently we have to win a dirt race in a B-class modern rally car, and I'm fairly sure that's what this is. And I haven't bothered tuning it, but that should be good enough, right? It's a 650 rating, I think. Everyone else should be around the same. And, well, we've got a dirt trail that should lead us to the Horizon Festival area. And we'll just pile up with everyone else. Right, now we're on the dirt, we should be able to do better. Ultimate clean racing, unfortunately I don't need any of those skills. What else do we need? We need 6 Smactus skills, that's true. Am I unlikely to come across any cactuses through here? Not if I stay on the track, so I guess we should hope that we don't contribute towards that one. But we'll be set up for doing it after we finish, so that's fine. Under the motorway. Oop, get the rear wheel through the flag, that's all that matters. Cut the corner a little bit there. Yeah, this could do with proper like rally tyres, suspension. I would prioritize that over any power improvements. Because the power's no good if you can't put it down. or a loose surface, that can be tricky. Right, well that was fairly fuss-free. Hopefully this was indeed a modern rally car. Moment of truth. Let's find out. There we go, Deja Brew complete. Fantastic. So we have one mini challenge left to do. And somewhat incongruously, having just been in B-class rally cars, it's to do 322 kilometers an hour in a Lamborghini Aventador. So, there we go. Whee! What a way to finish. And somewhere along the lines it seems we got our Smactus skills and Lumberjack skills and all of that. So that was the final thing we had to do, the Lamborghini Aventador. And that gives us 75 points for the season, which gives us 300 points for the series. Now, unfortunately, I wanted to get the accolade that relates to this. However, it appears that there is a bug in the matrix. Because if we go in here and go Festival Playlist, we see win all season championships in the same season, complete all seasonal PR stunts in the same season. I feel I've done all of those, and complete all seasonal PR stunts in the same series. And this one is the same thing for championships in the same series. Excuse me? Please? Playground Games, or whoever is responsible for this, could you fix this? Apparently this is a long-standing problem, and people have only managed to actually get it after complaining and then getting it basically like credited to them. And I think that's pretty rubbish, quite frankly. That's not on. You should have fixed this by now. Come on. We're at what, series 62? And this still isn't fixed? Or it was like it was fixed and then it got broken. It probably got broken when they added in the DLC stuff. Like it probably doesn't detect it properly or something stupid. So yeah, we're just kind of screwed and never fill out these gaps in our chart. So that's a bit disappointing. Never mind. We know we've done it, and that's the main thing. And thank you for bearing with me while I go through that. So next season, or next series, I don't feel obliged to do absolutely everything, which is great, because I might just skip the multiplayer stuff, because it's just annoying, unless it's a car that I don't have. But there's some story stuff that I haven't done, evolving world stuff I haven't done, and there's more things in the Hot Wheels Park and Rally Adventure. I've only got 2 accolades in the Rally Adventure stuff. I really need to do better. Oh, it's mostly open racing stuff. Okay, well, never mind. I no longer care. Horizon Origins. Okay, that actually could be quite cool. That could be a good one. Made in Mexico, Drift Club, Icons of Speed. Yeah, so we've got a few of these stories to work through. That could be some content for another week. For now, however, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.